This is the compliance page. Here, you can create KYC forms, generate SOA documents, and keep track of all upcoming compliance tasks for a client. On the top right, it shows the client's KYC information. For example, here, you can see the client's investment profile, insurance policy, and etc. I can add or update the client's KYC information by selecting the Update button here. These KYC tables are fully customizable. The table highlighted in green are the mandates. Mandates are preset asset types that an advisor is allowed to manage in the client's portfolio. If the client portfolio has an asset outside of the mandate, an alert will be created to notify the advisor. On the top left, it shows the upcoming and overdue compliance tasks. For example, this client has a sophisticated investor certificate that is 11 days overdue. This creates an alert on the home screen for the advisor and the compliance manager. To complete this task, I can drag and drop the sophisticated certificate document into the Empty Advisor window to save the document in our library system. I will first specify that this document is for this client, and next, the system is smart enough to know that this client has a compliance task outstanding and is expecting a sophisticated certificate document here. I can select it to indicate that this document is part of a compliance milestone task. Now, the compliance task is completed and updated to the next due date. This action is logged in the Events Log section, and the document is saved in the Client Library section. Compliance tasks can be customized and set up as a workflow. For example, this is a new client. I will add a new client application milestone task. You can see that this milestone includes a list of tasks. For example, sending a welcome pack, receipt KYC form, and etc. All these tasks in this milestone must be completed before this milestone is closed off. Next, I will show you how to generate a Statement of Advice SOA document. Under the Doc Create tab, you can see a list of templates on the bottom left panel. These templates are set up using a Word document, and it is similar to a mail merge template document. Just select the SOA template you want to use and click Create Document. In my SOA template, I have preset conditions where it will always ask me which options I would like to include in my SOA. I can also choose to have KYC and portfolio information for this client auto-populated in the document. Once the SOA is generated, I can choose to send it now or later. I will select later because I want to review the SOA document first. I can go to the Doc Dispatch tab to view the recently generated SOA. I can make the changes to the document manually and save the changes made. When I'm happy with the document, I can add it to the dispatch list on the bottom pane. I can also attach other documents along with the SOA from the General or Client section of the library system. Once completed, I can select the method of how the SOA is being sent, so you can create an event record for audit purposes. When I choose the email method, my Outlook will pop up with the following documents. I can also tag this action to a milestone task. This automatically creates an event log and updates the task as being completed. Once I've sent the email, I can save that email into Empty Advisor Actions tab to record the actual email being sent to the client. Generating a Record of Advice, ROA, is similar to generating a SOA. In the Doc Create tab, I will need to select a ROA template and an advice event. The advice event lists all advice that requires an SOA. For example, I'll create an advice manually now by clicking on the Record Advice button here. I will need to select the method of advice, the advice given, the reason for the advice, and the stock associated with the advice. I will then select SOA required here, because this advice requires an ROA document to be sent to the client. I can also create additional information at the bottom here if required. Now, this advice will appear on the advice event list. I will select the ROA template and this advice to generate the ROA document. Here, you can see that the ROA document will include all the details of the advice. The process of sending out the ROA will be the same as an SOA.